morning from day 49 on the Appalachian Trail. We've got about 20 miles to do today, and good news, we're going to be crossing a lot of roads today and may even get to stop for a drink. If we're lucky, we'll see. When I say drink, I mean like a soda. Beautiful way to start out the morning in the green tunnel. Gotta love that. Still waiting for this rhododendron to bloom. Don't fall. Don't fall. There you go. Water, 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 water. Ooh, I shouldn't have made fun of you. This was hard. Okay, so I've just been reflecting a little bit about our shelter last night, which, okay, you know, I love sleeping in my tent more than anything because there's just, for some reason, I like the privacy of my tent. I just feel, I don't know why, just a little more secure in my tent. But we were the only ones at the shelter last night, and it was supposed to rain, so I don't like packing up a wet tent. So we were like, let's just sleep in the shelter. At the shelter, number one, it said it had a bear box. It did not have a bear box. What it had was a truck toolbox. and it did not even lock. So inside of it was just a bunch of trash and old food. And you could tell that the mice had gotten into it. And we were like, we're not putting our food there. So we didn't. We hung our food last night. But we were like, okay. Yeah, so that was number one about the shelter. But the perks about the shelter, it wasn't a bad shelter. It was right next to the water, which was amazing to soak our feet in last night. So amazing. And, you know, when you have that white noise to sleep next to, I slept good last night. I mean, I slept real good. But right in the middle of the night, I hear Pio go, excuse me, I hear Pio go, there's a mouse in my hair. I said, what? He goes, there's a mouse in my hair. I've actually had this happen to me before. In the Smoky Mountains, I had a little mouse make its nest in my hair one night, and I didn't even realize it. And, well, I did realize it, but, you know, it was like after the fact. And, you know, puts a whole new term to the, you know, rat's nest. Anyway, but I just started giggling, and he thinks I'm laughing at him, but I'm not laughing at him. I was thinking back to it happening to me, and like, I'm laughing with you there, brother, because I've been there, I've done that, you know. I'm sorry. Anyway, so I've apologized to him. I don't know if he understands, you know, why I thought it was so funny. But, you know, another reason why I don't like shelters, you know, number one is because usually full of people and snoring, and I can't sleep. And number two, the mice. There's always mice in shelters. But since then, hiker pro tip, always cover your head with a bandana and a sock hat. Yeah, especially if you have long hair, because they will make their nest in your hair. Y'all hear this? We're going under the power lines, and it is making some noise. Hey, I'm gonna take my hat off. Tell me if my hair stands up. Is it standing up? Danger, high voltage, keep off. You don't say. Look, we made it to the old schoolhouse. And there's trail magic, it says, courtesy of the Sunny Hill Community Church. What?
It's locked.
Is it?
Yeah. Wow.
Let's see. Oh. Opening celebration, not until April 18th. We're too soon. My camera will be able to see inside. Okay.
Wow.
Pretty cool. Unfortunately, the Settlers Museum, also known as the old schoolhouse, is not open for another hour. So we had to press on because we just have too many miles to do today. But it really was cool to see it in person and also just be able to look through the front door and see the church that does the trail magic. That's pretty cool. Thank you for all the work that you've been doing and for providing for the hikers and allowing us to, be a part of that. That's pretty amazing. But we are hiking home. We got like 2.5 more miles till we get to, I think it's the Interstate 81 and the town of Atkins, where I believe there's going to be like some gas stations and stuff where we might just pull over and use an actual restroom and maybe grab a treat. Maybe, take a little break. Okay, coming upon some railroad tracks. Getting ready to cross these railroad tracks, and let me tell you, we've been hearing these trains for a while now, and they are going fast. So we ain't messing around. Ain't messing around. That's a big old house up there. Look, it's got an AT symbol too up there. That's cool. It's quite nice. Thankful for this boardwalk. Well, we made it to the gas station and Peel got me some Reese cups and a Coke. Yay! Trail is taking us under Interstate 81. This is interesting. It's pretty. Very peaceful. And right now, this is the trail. It's like this beautiful open field. I don't know what they talk about with the blues. I am singing pretty right now. Look, no latch on this one. Look at that. Look at this big, beautiful open field. Again, and the dogwoods over in the corner. I cannot believe this is the trail. This is just absolutely gorgeous. This is beautiful. Absolutely stunning to be hiking on this today. Wow. Wow. Gracious. The wind is blowing, the birds are singing, the sun is shining. We should turn around and see where we've come from. This is where we've come from. Look at that. Alright. I done lost Peel. I gotta keep hiking. There he is. He waited at the next gate for me. I'm making sure I know how to get out of the gate. Back into the woods we go. Okay, we just came to a camping area which has a actual privy at a camping area, of all things. That's the first time I've seen a privy at a camping area. Okay, so apparently there used to be a shelter there, and now it's just called the Davis Path Campsite. And so that's why you can still see that they left the privy there and the picnic table. And now there's a spot for maybe, it looks to me like 3 or 4, maybe 3 tents, maybe 4, if you put them real close together. 7.5 miles from where we stayed at, so that fits. Whew. Look! We did it! We're a quarter of the way there.
Gotta me.
Ah! What? Oh my gosh! Quarter of the way there. We did it. 3/4 more to go, but oh my gosh, gummy, we did it. All right. Did it.
That's true. That's pretty well.
There's no song we have to sing, don't worry.
I rock one
Good.
foot.
Alright, this hill is straight up, right up. That's going to be a false summit, guaranteed. But still, we're going to 30-second break, and then we're going to do it again. False summits. Okay, we'll see how many times that happens. Up into the switchbacks. Yeah, water time. More time. This one seems a little nicer though. So we're less than 1 mile away from a little campsite where we're gonna stop and have lunch. And we just ran into Rewind again. And so he and Peel are having a nice little conversation up front and reconnecting. But before that, I just inquired if he had run into anyone else recently, and he said that the last couple nights that he was able to camp out with Lucky Dragon. So that makes me happy to know that Lucky Dragon is real close to us still, and because I just think she's the best and love hiking around her, and hopefully we'll be able to catch up with her again soon too. See them? Here's Rewind, and there is Peel. Lunch today is some peanut butter crackers. I'm gonna eat a few more turkey sticks, and then I need to eat my second breakfast that I didn't eat because I ate the Reese's peanut butter eggs. So that'll be this cashew sweet and salty bar. So yep, I'm gonna eat all that for lunch today. All right, we just had a really nice lunch next to a creek and filled up on water. And now we have about 8 more miles to do before we reach our shelter for this evening. Love me some switchbacks. Oh yeah. Switchback. Look at the view. Gorgeous. That is an interesting looking tree. Whoa. Okay. And now this is the trail. It just opened up into this. How cool is that? Wow. Look, it's almost like we started the day in a beautiful field with the white blazes leading us to the top. Gorgeous. Switchback. I don't know if you can see how green and beautiful that is. I'm just amazed. All right, I'm gonna climb this so I don't have to do barbed wire. Here we go. Okay, so plans have possibly changed. We were going to go to the Not Mall shelter tonight, which is another, I guess, 3 miles away. However, today just happens to be the day before tax day, and I filed my taxes, got them done early before I came. However, Peel did not, and is having some struggles at home getting those done in time. So there's a hostel that is a little over a mile away, and they have internet. And for peace of mind, I think we're just gonna go there and help him get that situation squared away and taken care of, just so that he doesn't have to worry about it while we're hiking. I know that would be stressing me out like crazy right now. If that was the case for me, I would be so worried about my husband at home trying to figure all that out. So we're just gonna go check out this hostel, get situated for the evening, let him get that situated, taken care of, and then get back on the trail tomorrow morning, early morning, because we're gonna have to make up a couple extra miles that we're missing now. So today's gonna be a little bit shorter day. Tomorrow's gonna be a longer day, and the day after that's gonna be a long day too. So as soon as we get there, I'll check in and give you a little tour. All right, here we go. And another. Okay. I actually throw these a lot. Anytime I go over ladders, I do this. Yep. Yes, sir. Turn around. Where were you? That's when you go every now and then. That's real pretty. Sure is. This is fun. Wow.
Looking like slow motion. I guess that woman that ran the run had to do that too.
Yep. Tara Dower. Thank you to the wind. Oh, thank you. Here we go again. We are at the Bear Garden Hiker Hostel. Here's a cute little shower house, which I just thoroughly enjoyed. And here's the bunkhouse. They also have a little chapel, which they encourage you to go in and write down a hiker prayer so that they can pray for you. Super cute place. They got this area for you to hang your poles. And then down here you can put your shoes so they can air out. Isn't that clever? So clever. Here is the bunkhouse. Nothing fancy about it, but it's perfect. It's got a little table. They have a small, tiny little resupply with incredibly reasonable prices. They have Wi-Fi, good Wi-Fi. They have a just very basic breakfast, coffee, tea, dry cereal, Pop-Tarts. They have a couch and a little chair, sofa. Very basic bunks. Nothing, huge to report about it. They do have like sodas and food that you can buy. Okay, although they have many dinner options here in the fridge and freezer, this was not a planned stop, and I have a lot of heavy food in my pack. So for tonight's dinner, I am eating some of my chicken on my rye bread with some Pringles. So yeah, because we're going to get this pack weight down. That's the plan. That's what I'm doing. Okay. All right, here I am getting ready to head off to bed. This has been a wonderful evening here at the Bear Garden Hiker Hostel. This was not a planned stop, but I am so thankful that we ended up coming here today. Pio did end up getting all of his taxes and information all taken care of. So, yeah, I'm thankful that he's no longer stressed out about that. And we had some wonderful sights that we were able to see today. All of the beautiful meadows and plains, the fields of Virginia were just absolutely gorgeous today. The views just superb. And then being able to reach the quarter of the way mark for Katahdin. I don't know why that was not registered on my brain today, but that was just unexpected surprise. What was expected was being able to get to that gas station and using the restroom and getting a soda. That was fun. But yeah, it was just an overall really good day. We only did 17.5 miles of the planned 20 that we were going to do. However, there is a really cool option that this hostel is offering us tomorrow. I had no idea that this was even a possibility until the hostel owner, who just happens to be a thru hiker, her name is Bert. Her husband is a veteran, and so just a beautiful, amazing couple. But anyway, Bert, he gave us an option of something really cool that we're going to do tomorrow. And I cannot believe that Peel agreed to it. I was floored when he said, let's do it. I was like, oh. Anyway, okay. So I'll let you know all about it tomorrow. Yeah, bright and early in the morning, because we got to start early. That gives you a little bit of a clue. Anyway, so I'm going to head off to bed now because I got to get some sleep. Because we got a big day planned tomorrow. All right, so thank you all for all of your encouraging words, all of your prayers, and we'll see you then. Take care and God bless.